May, 34 years old. Senior lead backend architect. 15 years in the game. Beard graying prematurely, eyes permanently adjusted to dark mode. Work for a mid-sized fintech company handling high-frequency trading algorithms. The kind of code where a millisecond of latency costs more than a Ferrari. I built the core. The core is a labyrinth of optimized C++ and assembly. It is ugly, it is hostile, it is undocumented because I am the documentation. It runs 24/7 365 with 99.999% uptime. I sit in the corner of the office, noise-canceling headphones on, hoodie up. I speak to no one unless the server room is on fire. CEO knows me, fears me, pays me ridiculous money to stay in my cave. Life is good. Life is logical. Variables are typed, memory is managed, and stupidity is caught by the compiler. Enter the chain. Old CTO retires to a vineyard in Tuscany. Good guy knew to leave me alone. Board of directors decides the company needs a modern refresh. They want to improve their ESG score. They want to look good for the IPO. Enter Jessica. New VP of Engineering and Holistic Culture. Resume is a kaleidoscope of buzzwords. Agile evangelist, empowerment coach, intersectionality consultant. Has an MBA from a liberal arts college. Has never written a line of code in her life. Not even Hello World in Python. First day introduction meeting. We're all gathered in the open plan hellscape. She stands on a podium wearing a power suit that costs more than my car. Hi everyone, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm here to deconstruct the toxic masculinity inherent in legacy code bases. Silence. Even the front-end guys look confused. We are going to move away from meritocracy, which is a tool of patriarchal exclusion. We are moving towards equity-first engineering. I feel a headache forming behind my right eye. It's the logic center of my brain screaming in agony. Week 1. She renames the Git branches. Master branch is now main, fine, whatever, I script the change in 5 minutes. Slave nodes are now replica nodes, fine, standard industry shift. Then it gets weird. She calls a meeting about aggressive coding practices. Pulls up a code review I did for a junior dev. Junior pushed code that would have caused a memory leak and crashed the trading floor. My comment, this is garbage, fix the pointer logic or don't push. Jessica projects this on the big screen. This language is violent, she says. It discourages the developer's lived experience. I raise my hand. The code was wrong. If that code went live, we lose $10 million in 5 minutes. She smiles like a kindergarten teacher talking to a slow child. Anon, truth is subjective, your truth is efficiency, his truth is learning. We need to center his emotional safety over the system's output. I stare at her. I look at the CEO. CEO looks at his shoes. He's terrified of a lawsuit. From now on, she announces, code reviews are replaced with code appreciations. We do not reject pull requests, we dialogue with them until they feel ready. I go back to my desk and update my resume. Week 2. The feminist code audit. She brings in outside consultants. 3 women with clipboards who look like they hate computers. They wander around the office measuring aura. They sit with me while I'm debugging a race condition. Consultant, why is your screen black? Me, it's a terminal, dark mode saves eyes. Consultant, black is associated with void and depression. It creates a hostile environment for female energy. You should use a pastel theme. Me, I am looking at raw hex dumps. Consultant, also your variable names are too phallic. Me, it's a variable named longpipe. It refers to a data pipeline. Consultant, it's exclusionary. Change it to Yoni stream. I refuse. I get written up for insubordination and resisting diversity initiatives. The boiling point. Jessica calls me into her office. Her office is filled with bean bags and smells like sage. Anon, we have a problem. The core, she says, looking at a diagram I drew 3 years ago. It's a black box, only you understand it. That's gatekeeping, that's power hoarding. We are democratizing the infrastructure. She explains her plan. She wants to migrate the high-frequency trading engine from C++ to JavaScript. Why? Because JavaScript is more accessible, more women and minorities know JavaScript from boot camps. C++ is an elitist gatekeeping language used by old white men. My jaw hits the floor. Jessica, I say, trying to keep my voice steady. C++ manages memory manually. It handles microseconds. JavaScript is single-threaded garbage collection hell. If you put Node.js in the trading core, the latency will bankrupt us. She rolls her eyes. Stop mansplaining technology to me. I read a Medium article about how Node is web scale. Also, we're opening up the database permissions. The marketing team needs write access to the production SQL tables. They feel disempowered having to ask engineers to update client data. I stand up. If you give marketing write access to prod, they will delete the ledger. If you rewrite the core in JS, the system will collapse. I am telling you this as the lead architect. She stands up too. And I am telling you as the VP of engineering that your negativity is toxic. You are resistant to change because you fear losing your patriarchal control over the system. Do it or you're fired for cause. The malicious compliance. I go back to my desk. The rage is gone. Replaced by a cold, icy calm. I open my email client. I draft an email to Jessica. CC, CEO, CTO, legal, HR, and my personal external. Subject, confirmation of architectural changes, project equitable core. Dear Jessica, per your verbal instruction in our meeting today at 14:00, I am confirming the following orders. 1. Migration of the high-frequency trading engine from C++ to Node.js to promote inclusivity. 2. Granting full write-delete access on the production database to the marketing and HR departments to democratize data. 3. Suspension of strict code review protocols in favor of code appreciations. I have verbally expressed my professional opinion that these actions will result in catastrophic data loss, massive financial liability, and total system failure. However, you have indicated that my technical concerns are gatekeeping and that refusal to comply will result in termination. Please reply confirmed to authorize these changes. She replies 2 minutes later. Confirmed, and stop with the passive-aggressive corporate speak. Anon. It's time to build a nurturing code base. The setup. I don't just do what she asks. I do exactly what she asks. I spin up a Node.js server. I write a wrapper that pipes the fire hose of market data into a single-threaded JS event loop. It leaks memory like a sieve. I create a new user group called Empowered Users. I add the entire marketing, HR, and culture team to it. I give them grant all privileges on the production database. No safeguards. No where clause restrictions. No backups. She canceled the backup server budget to fund a mindfulness yurt in the break room. But I do one thing for myself. I modify the core license key. You see, the trading algorithm isn't owned by the company. It's licensed from my LLC. I wrote it before I was hired. The contract says license is valid provided the hosting environment maintains ISO 27001 security standards. Any breach of security protocol by management voids the license and triggers a kill switch to protect the IP. Giving Karen from HR write access to the ledger violates about 50 ISO standards. I set the kill switch to passive monitor. It won't kill the system yet. It will just record the violation and wait for my command. I print the email chain. I pack my personal keyboard. I take my cactus. I leave at 5:00 p.m. exactly. Leaving early, Jessica sneers as she walks by. Just practicing self-care, I say. The event. It happens on a Tuesday. Taco Tuesday to be precise. Marketing decides they want to run a promo. They want to change the status of some VIP clients to gold. A junior marketing coordinator, let's call her Tiffany, logs into the database tool Jessica installed for them, a pretty GUI, no safety rails. She wants to update users where status equals silver. She forgets the where clause. She types update user set status equals gold. And update account balance equals account balance 1.1, a 10% bonus promo. She executes it on the entire production ledger. Simultaneously, the Node.js server hits peak trading volume. The garbage collector kicks in. The event loop blocks. Latency spikes from 0.4 ms to 5000 ms. The trading algorithms start buying high and selling low because the data is stale. The database tries to update 5 million rows at once. Deadlock. The server rack literally overheats because the cooling fans were controlled by a demon Jessica disabled because it was too loud and aggressive. The system screams and dies. The trading floor goes dark. $40 million evaporated in 12 seconds. The call. I am at home. Drinking a scotch. Watching a documentary on ants. Phone rings. It's the CEO. Screaming MP3. Anon, the system is down, we are losing millions, get in here. Sorry, I say, I'm feeling a bit emotionally unsafe to come in right now. What the fuck are you talking about? Jessica told me that my presence is toxic, I need to respect her space. Get your ass in here now or I sue you into oblivion. Okay, I say, but I'm charging my consultant rate. The war room. I walk in an hour later. The office is chaos. Traders are throwing phones. Jessica is in the glass conference room crying. She is screaming at the sysadmins who have no power. This is a cyber attack, it's the Russians. It's misogynist hackers trying to bring down a female-led team. CEO sees me. Fix it now. I plug in my laptop. I project my screen to the main wall. Okay, let's look at the logs. I pull up the audit trail. Timestamp 1402, user Tiffany MKTG, executed update all on the ledger. The room goes silent. CEO turns to Jessica, who gave Tiffany root access to the ledger. Jessica is shaking. We were democratizing the data. Tiffany needed agency. Agency, the CEO whispers. She just gave away $400 million in fake leverage. I continue. Also, the trading engine crashed, buffer overflow in the Node.js module. Why is it running Node? CEO asks. I thought we used C++. I pull up the email. The confirmed email from Jessica. Jessica ordered the rewrite to make the code more inclusive, I read aloud. She stated that C++ was patriarchal. The CEO's face turns a shade of purple I have never seen in nature. It is the color of an aneurysm. Jessica stands up defensive. This is sabotage, Anon set us up, he didn't warn us. Actually, I say, opening the sent folder. I warned you in writing, I warned you about the liability, I warned you about the crash, you called it mansplaining. I turn to the CEO. And there's one more thing. The crash triggered the integrity clause in my IP license. The trading core detects that security was compromised by unauthorized users, Tiffany. It has locked itself encrypted 256-bit AES. The company no longer has a trading engine. Because you violated the contract. The climax. CEO looks at Jessica. Get out. Jessica, you can't fire me, I'll sue for discrimination, this is a boys' club. CEO, you destroyed my company in 3 weeks, I don't care what you are incompetent, get out before I have security throw you out. She leaves, screaming about the patriarchy. CEO turns to me. He looks aged 10 years. Can you unlock it? Yes. Can you revert the database? Yes, I have a cold storage backup on a drive at my house. Tape drive. Jessica didn't know it existed, so she couldn't order me to destroy it. CEO slumps in his chair. Do it. Conditions, I say. 1. Jessica is gone, no severance. 2. The culture department is dissolved. 3. I report only to you. 4. No more meetings, ever. 5. My title changes to Distinguished Fellow. 6. And since the license was voided, we need to renegotiate the fee. How much, he asks. Triple, I say, and a 5% stake in the company. He nods. Done. The aftermaths. Took me 48 hours to clean up the mess. Restored the C++ engine. Revoked all permissions. Fired the marketing team. Tiffany didn't know better, but she was dangerous. Company stock took a hit but recovered when we announced new leadership. Jessica sued. We countersued for negligence. Discovery phase revealed she had hired her cousin's firm for the FEMINIST audit. Fraud, embezzlement. She settled and vanished from LinkedIn. I sit in my corner. Dark mode on. Headphones on. No one talks to me. No one asks about my pronouns. The server is hum. The code is ugly, hostile, and exclusively mine. Balance is restored. Peace. MFW the patriarchy is just chmod 600. MFW efficiency doesn't care about your feelings. MFW I am the glass ceiling.